the San Dimas Wine and Beer Walk 2020. Shout out to the San Dimas Chamber for putting on an awesome event and being able to still do something we all love despite the circumstances, and being able to continue the tradition that we've been doing for the past couple of years. I know that this year may look a little different. We don't get to have all of the businesses involved on the meter like we have in the past, but I think this year is still going to be very exciting. Don't forget to support Restaurant Week. That gives us the opportunity to still help businesses that may not necessarily be able to be involved like they were in years past. So please check that out, see who you can support this year. And once again, thanks again to the Chamber, and enjoy the 2020 Wine and Beer Walk. My name is Jen. A lot of you may know me from your neighborhood Flash Coffee. I am also part of the San Dimas Chamber, and I wanted to show a different side of something that I love. So in addition to coffee, one thing I enjoy doing at home is mixing cocktails and finding new and fun recipes. Especially during quarantine, I have been able to kind of have fun in the kitchen, have fun with different liquors, and I wanted to bring that to everybody here today. Through summer, I had fun making margaritas and old fashions and things that were great for being hot and outside. But now that it is officially fall, I wanted to bring you guys a really nice inspired fall or autumn cocktail. So this is what I have named the White Pumpkin. It is somewhat a version of a White Russian, but I'm adding a little something extra. Everybody's favorite ingredient this time of year, pumpkin. So it's almost, I guess, a pumpkin spice Russian, if you want to call it that as well. So we're gonna have fun, mix this cocktail together, and then when this is over, I'm going to give you another little fun recipe that you can enjoy at home while you're social distancing from everybody. So to start, you can see we have Kahlua, we have a pumpkin liqueur, and a whipped cream vodka, along with your choice of milk, whatever you so choose. If it is a non-dairy option, whole milk, cream. I think I'm using 2% right now, so whatever tickles your fancy to enjoy your drink. We are going to start out with equal portions of vodka, milk, and the pumpkin spice. So it'll be 1 ounce of your choice of milk. And we're going to do 1 ounce of your whipped cream vodka. I found that whipped cream vodka just added a touch of sweetness, also that like vanilla hint that you want. And then we're going to do 1 ounce, so full parts of those other two, of our pumpkin liqueur. This is the Miss Stack's liqueur. Pumpkin spice, everybody's favorite this time of year. And then lastly, I'm just going to do half the amount of everything else of Kahlua, so about half an ounce of Kahlua. And last but not least, to me the most important part is a cinnamon stick. Now the most important part about adding a cinnamon stick to your drink is you always want to break it in half before throwing it in your drink. This helps to release the aromatics, and it gives it that full nose when you smell it, but you also get that really nice cinnamon flavor throughout. And just like James Bond, I prefer my drinks shaken, not stirred. So I add a cup of ice and give it a nice shake. And then squirt right back into your glass. The last part, and this is where you can have fun with whatever you have at home, is adding your own touch to it. One thing I found delicious if I have it is adding whipped cream to the top. gives that extra sweetness, a little bit of fun. I really like putting nutmeg on mine. It gives it a little bit extra spice, takes back a tad bit of the sweetness. And if you do so want it stirred up just a little bit more, you can always take your cinnamon stick, give it a nice stir, and enjoy. So cheers. Nothing better than sitting with this in front of the fire. A little mustache there. But enjoying everything that you're doing. So once again, I really want to thank you all for just being part of the Wine and Beer Walk this year. It means a lot. Our community's gone through a lot, and the one great thing about the city of San Dimas is that we are a close-knit group. We're a small city that supports each other. Thank you for the chamber for putting this on. Don't forget, once again, to support all of the restaurants during Restaurant Week. And in addition, like I said before, some of you may know we can clap, so I'm going to give you a little fun tip here. Some of you may notice in your boxes there was a little steep bag from Clash. These are ready brew steep bags. You're going to hear all about that from Chris. And about 3 months ago, I actually made a homemade Kahlua using those steep bags. So you'll also find in your box recipe cards so that you can make your own homemade Kahlua. If you're ever getting bored kind of while you're in lockdown and you're social distancing, or just want to do what you can from home, all you have to do is you steep that bag with some simple syrup, some sugar, water, and vodka. And you have your own homemade Kahlua. So if you're ever looking to make this or your own white Russian at home, you can also now make your own Kahlua. So once again, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed your fun fall cocktail. And I hope you all have a wonderful evening and enjoy the rest of the Wine and Beer Walk. Have a great evening. Hi guys, Jen here again for another quarantine cocktail. Today I wanted to do something a little bit different, so I'm going to show you how to make a homemade Kahlua using Clutch coffee. So the ingredients we're going to be using are going to be some simple syrup, we're going to be using Clutch steep bags, and some vanilla to get us started. So we're going to start out by adding 2 cups of water to a pan. Followed by a 1.5 cups of sugar. We're then going to add 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract, and we're going to get this nice and dissolved before adding in our coffee. So you want to make sure to get this nice and stirred and get it dissolved. Once your sugar starts to dissolve, we're going to add in those steep bags. Now a lot of people will use instant coffee to make this, and that's absolutely fine. But since we don't sell instant coffee here at Clash, I love using these steep bags. You can also make a cup of coffee and add that as well, but I like to simmer these bags inside while everything is infusing. So just throw your bags in there, and we're going to let this get nice and simmered and make sure that they're fully submerged. Don't get that paper in there like that. And we're going to bring this to a boil, and we're going to let it simmer. So we now have this down to a simmer. If you look down, you can see it's going at a nice simmer. You want to let it simmer anywhere from half an hour to an hour. The stronger you want it, the longer you'll let it simmer. So I'm going to give this about an hour. In an hour, we'll come back and check it out. Alright, now the mixture has finished simmering. It simmered for about 1 hour. I then took it off of the burner and I let it cool. So we are now going to finish it off with the fun part. We will be adding 1 bottle of vodka. So you want to use about 3 cups or 750 milliliters of vodka, which is just over 3 cups. So why not add just a little bit more? So we're going to slowly add this to our cooled mixture. And once it's done, we're going to give it a nice stir. So we're going to make sure to stir it, incorporate it all in, and then we're going to strain it into a bottle. So the last step before enjoying your homemade Kahlua is going to be to bottle it up. You can easily just reuse the vodka bottle that you already had, put it right back in there. I'm going to actually use a bottle I already had. Make sure that you clean and sanitize it. And my biggest tip would be to use a funnel. It makes it a lot easier to pour it into the bottle. I unfortunately do not have a funnel, so I just put it into a measuring cup that has a nice pointed spout to make for easy pouring. And there you have it, the finished product. So the recipe that I made actually makes a little bit more than the container I had. So I personally like to add a little bit extra into a mason jar. Either save it for later or it makes an absolutely great gift. In addition, once again, I use the WBC steep bags that we carry at Clutch. It just has a little bit of a darker roast, and I really thought it brought the best flavor to making the Kahlua. We have the vanilla bean, sugar, and whatever vodka you would like. Now this cocktail would not be, or this liquor would not be complete without turning it into a cocktail. So stand by so I can finish off with the perfect drink to use for this Kahlua. So now that we have our homemade Kahlua done, you can do anything you want with it. Some people love putting it in their coffee. What I like to do is just combine it with a little bit of milk and almost have a little bit of a play on a White Russian. So here's what we're gonna do. One thing I really like to do is I freeze my coffee in the morning. So if I ever have leftover coffee, I take an ice cube tray, fill it up with ice, and I freeze that leftover coffee. It works great for cocktails, as well as using iced coffee. It really helps keep from any dilution. So next I'm going to pour just a little bit of milk, about just over 3/4 of the way full, and I top it with about 2 ounces of our homemade Kahlua. We're going to give it a nice stir. And enjoy. Cheers. So, just to kind of finish off, this is just something fun you can do at home. I know we've done a lot of different cocktails, but being able to make your own kind of liqueur or having fun combining some flavors to keep something on hand is great. These bottles, as long as you keep them sealed, will stay for at least a month or 2. You do not have to refrigerate them. They're great at room temperature. I personally like to keep mine in the refrigerator. It keeps it nice and chilled, but they will keep it hold in a liquor cabinet as well. So I really hope you enjoyed this, that you're able to play around with things. Again, you can use the WBC steep bags. We also sell them in the Columbia Roasters United. You can honestly brew a batch of coffee and throw that into there as well when you make it. I just feel like this offers a really good flavor and presence. So I hope you enjoyed and have a great day. Thank you.